Okay, I just tried to do this video live, and I guess my phone got too hot and I couldn't do it. So I'm just gonna shorten it up, and if it cuts out, just go to the link and watch the video because I'm just gonna cover the subject real quick. There are people going, there are people still today going around trying to tell you that Cooper believed in aliens. And they're trying to use his work and use group him with the ufology people and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna let you hear exactly what Cooper said because there are some people many times. So when I say stuff just about things, if one of you guys make a comment and then I make a video about it, it ain't because it's about you. It's because it reminds me of stuff people always used to say. And people would always quote Cooper as being a conspiracy theorist nut when it comes to the whole alien thing and saying that he was a shill. He believed all his life. And then at the end he said, he said no or some junk, just stuff they hear. He did believe it, literally believed it. So people are still trying to quote him from when he believed in aliens, actually believed, like was saying, yeah, Roswell crashed, they had this many bodies and all this other stuff. They're still trying to use what he said after or when he believed in aliens to make it seem like he still proved, that he truly believed in aliens his whole life or whatever. But let me show you again how people just talk and how these are things that they want to be true. They want to marry Gamora from, what's that, from Galaxy Quest or Quest of the Galaxy or something like that. You know what I'm talking about? In the Marvel movie. These dudes literally want to marry her. And Cooper, I have a whole channel dedicated to what he really thought about aliens. Now I'm gonna try to get through this. I'm gonna play the beginning part, and if it cuts out, at least you know what I'm talking about. I'll put the link in the video in case the video cuts out. But I want to show you guys what he actually said, because you're gonna have people coming around trying to use his work to make it seem like he believed in aliens his whole life. If you want to literally hear what Cooper actually had to say about aliens, the channel is Bill Cooper on aliens and UFOs. It's called The Alien Agenda. That's why I don't understand how people act like they listen to him. He had a whole thing called The Alien Agenda where he talked about it. This was, you're going to hear him say everything that I've been trying to tell you guys, but people are still going to, because they want something to be true, they're still going to try to pass off whatever information that seems to prove, that Cooper says that seems to prove aliens exist. But let me show you what he says about these people. It's not that hard. People don't understand the simpleness that if somebody, just because somebody said something before, after they say, all right, well, I don't believe that no more, you can't still quote them as saying, hey, this is what this person believes. Like, what is so hard for you to believe about that? Behold the Truth, another Bill Cooper channel you can check out. In 1984, Veritas, Behold the Messenger website. We're the ones who tell the truth about Cooper. We don't make up bullshit. Now, from the horse's mouth, what Cooper believed about aliens.
Boy, these last few nights on UFOs have really stirred up the loony bin, I can assure you. Got a letter from somebody named Lita, and a few other letters from people castigating me, saying that I chickened out. Saying that I'm not telling the truth when I say I don't know if extraterrestrials are real or not. And they cite passages from my book, which they have not read. They claim to have read it, but like most who read my book, they have not read it. So I'm going to read them the parts that they skipped. And I'm also going to tell you, despite everything that's written in this book, there is no proof for the existence of extraterrestrial life in the universe or on this earth or in our skies. There are letters written by people who cannot be found, people who wrote letters who can be found who will not comment on the letters. There is a letter written by an astronaut to the United Nations who now claims that he didn't write it. And all kinds of things, folks. Despite what you read in this book that makes you think that extraterrestrials might exist, none of it is proof. Not one single bit of it. And that's the problem with this UFO subject. There is no proof. And when people read my book, they don't read what I wrote. They read what they want to hear. They read what tends to verify what they already believe or what they wish to believe. So, in my book, on page 196, at the beginning of the chapter concerning UFOs entitled The Secret Government, under the paragraph headed Perspective, let me read to you what you obviously did not read. And remember, this book has been in print for...
It's been in print for... Oh, sorry, he's going to... I don't know why I said that. I was started copying him. He's going to now... Oh yeah, so this what I'm trying to tell you is, again, this type of childish, imaginary friend having people, they want this to be true, and these are their beliefs. So they quote Cooper out of context, and so they can prove that their little imaginary friends exist. But that was not what he was saying at all, especially towards the end. And even when he did believe in them, he still said that it was a possibility that these documents could be faked. And you're going to hear him say it.
Whole bunch of years. Many sources of information were used to research this chapter. I originally wrote this piece as a research paper. It was first delivered at the MUFON Symposium on July 2nd, 1989 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Most of this knowledge comes directly from, or as a result of my own research into the top secret MAJIC, spelled M-A-J-I-C, material, which I saw and read between the years 1970 and 1973 as a member of the intelligence briefing team of the Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet. Since some of this information was derived from sources that I cannot divulge for obvious reasons, and from published sources which I cannot vouch for, this chapter must be termed a hypothesis. A hypothesis. I want all you loony bin people to go look that word up and make sure you understand what it means. I continue. I firmly believe that if aliens are real, this is the true nature of the beast. It is the only scenario that has been able to bind all the diverse elements. It is the only scenario that answers all the questions and places the various fundamental mysteries in an arena that makes sense. It is the only explanation which shows the chronology of events and demonstrates that the chronologies, when assembled, match perfectly. The bulk...
Okay, I'm going to stop here because this is where the app... I already did this before and the app stopped right here. So I'm going to link the video and let you hear the rest. But all you people who want this stuff to be true, your little imaginary friends are not going to be used to enslave me. So just because you want this to be true doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and tell everybody, oh, this is what Cooper was saying too. And when I say stuff, sometimes when people say stuff, it just reminds me of everything past people said. So don't take it personal. It just reminds me of things that I've already gone over and things that people usually say without any proof. And I'm just getting so sick and tired of it. And they try to come and tell me what Cooper believed. Not that I'm, God of Cooper's work, but I'm the type of person, I only say things that I hear somebody say. So you're not going to hear me saying something that's my opinion unless I'm like, hey, y'all, this is my opinion, and so this is what I believe. You're not going to hear me putting words in Cooper's mouth. Stop saying what he did not say. If you don't know exactly what he believed and all the other stuff, and stop trying to go around and stop trying to tell people all of this stuff that you think that he said and things that you want to be true. And cherry picking out verses that make you think that he believed in aliens his whole life. Have a good night. E.T. phone home. I'm calling him a spaceship. We're taking him home. E.T. phone home.